because we do have 11 Mutalisks on the way, and those are going to do some serious damage to Banshees. Zergling's now running around checking out for more bases. We do have another Banshee on its way in, and it is cloaked. And what will he decide to attack? Yeah, he's attacking the Gas Geyser. Mutalisks are now on the field, and it looks like this... Oh, he's focusing on the Spine Crawler instead of the Spore Crawler, but the Spore Crawler isn't even rooted. So this Banshee can't even be seen. Decides to fly that out of there. Spore Crawler is still... not planted. That's weird. Definitely a little bit of a blunder, allowing those Banshees to live a lot longer than they need to. And we do have a sneaky SCV. That's weird. Oh, you get spotted and picked off with a sneaky SCV. And it looks like this Banshee does decide to return home after taking some pretty significant hits. As Overseer and a Queen more than likely took that one out. And this Banshee decides to hide over here in this corner, so definitely saving those Banshees for a rainy day. Zergling's now running through, checking out to see, is there a third base? No, no third base, Mr. Zerglings. Lots of tanks and Marines here built up. Stimpack is finished, +1's on the way, Combat Shield's on the way, and getting a Raven as well as, an Armory and a Sensor Tower. Where are we putting that Sensor Tower? Missile Turret, Engineering Bay, Missile Turret. Oh, wow. Way back here. Not the best placement for a Sensor Tower. As you can see, units don't really get attacked until up there, but here comes some Zerglings. We're focusing down on the supply depots, and that Raven is mis-rallied way out here into the corner, but we do have another engagement here. We have Marines versus Mutas, and it looks like another unit just got taken out there, possibly a siege tank, possibly that was that Banshee. Mutalisks now getting up into the main, have free reign of the main just for a little bit as those infantry units are working their way. Zerglings did manage to take down those depots, so we could definitely be seeing some... deciding to sacrifice his main so we can go for the Zerglings first. That possibly a very good move, as he doesn't want to get counterattacked while he's working on trying to get rid of these Mutas, because had he moved his army up here, those Zerglings would have moved in here. Luckily he's got that bunker and a very awkward position for his SCVs. They do kind of have to do some sneaky maneuvering. And it looks like, yeah, he's still got free reign of this Terran Natural, or Terran Main, which is not something you want to have happen. +1 weapons could possibly... +1 weapons definitely won't finish in time, as more Mutas are now rallied up here. And it looks like, do we have a base trade scenario happening? These missile turrets are definitely not going to be able to do enough damage to take down all of these Mutalisks, as there are so many Mutas up here. We have close to 19 Mutalisks, and it looks like the Terran player is deciding that base trading is the way to go right now. Mutas are flying back. Looks like he wants to deal with this army heading down towards his base. Possibly not the best use of those Mutas, as there are a lot of Marines, but the tanks are getting very far out of position here. I don't think that the tanks being that far away is a good idea. Those tanks are easily going to get picked off. And those 3 tanks do manage to get taken down. All the SCVs and Marines getting pulled off the line. And it looks like who's going to win this engagement? Mutalisks are dropping like flies as the Marines are chewing through them quite handedly. And I don't think Ninjamuffin's going to be able to come back from this attack. All the SCVs here being nice little tanks for the Marines. Zerglings now streaming up to the third base, being morphed into Banelings. What does the Terran player have? He's got a few mules mining. He's got a Thor being produced. Nasty. We like Thors. Into the main base now of the Zerg player. Banelings still being morphed in and is focusing down that Queen. SCVs still down here. Could definitely be using the SCVs to do some repairing. Banelings are now on their way up the ramp. Is he going to be able to take out those Banelings before it's too late? Stimming the Marines to run him away. Gets a decent split, and it looks like a lot of those Marines did manage to get taken out. And more Banelings rolling up, and taken out. SCVs look like they are working on taking out the drones now, but we do have more Banelings on their way in. Ow. That was a lot of Banelings. One Baneling manages to survive that fray. We do have a few drones here at the natural expansion. Banshee is working on doing as much damage to that as possible, cloaking that Banshee, and the Banshees are having free reign of the Zerg base. Wants to get that Spore Crawler taken out, but there is already detection right there. Is he going to get this gold base taken down? Lots of spore crawlers here going up. Ooh, we have quite a few Marines and a Thor here. Both players are on very low bases, as the Zerg player is not mining from anywhere right now, as that base is getting harassed. Incomes for is more likely in the Terran favor. Spore crawlers did just finish. Banshees now having to retreat out of there. Another a Banshee and a Raven are actually already on the map too. So the Terran army has 2 Thors, a whole bunch of Marines, and those 3 Banshees, as well as the Raven. Could he possibly be able to take this out? We will have to see. Is the Zerg player able to bounce back and get his economy going? He does have quite a few, 21 drones on the way. That is a massive amount of drones. Luckily for a Terran player, he still has about 22,000 minerals in the bank. It's gonna be close. Where does he rallying those drones to? No, the gold base, bro. Gold base. Where you going? You just hatched at the gold base. Alright, here comes the push from the Terran player. Takes out that tower, or not the tower. Yeah, guards the Zeldnaga tower with these 3 Thors and these Banshees. He's going to be able to do massive amounts of damage. And he did rebuild the Spire, which is not the building he wanted to have, and decides to GG out of this game. And we have an upset, folks. Rhino takes down Ninjamuffin quite handedly. Well, not quite handedly. I mean, it was close there for a second. I think if he would have left the mutas up here, focused on taking down some of this, and got those banelings up a lot sooner, because he did have the gold base, and the Terran did not walk into the gold base. He walked kind of around it. So I think had he left the mutas up here to finish off the Terran's buildings, it might have gone a little bit better for him. He might have been able to bounce back a little quicker. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you like my channel, like my games, please subscribe down below. We've got more of the round of 64 coming at you next. And have a good night.